Hello, people, my people, it's your girl, Dr.SheCole. I didn't think I would be coming back on today, but I wanted to make sure that I captured some organic things that have been happening. And whenever things start happening in 2s, 3s, and 4s, I have to jump on and capture and get the message out. So with that said, there are about 4 things I'm going to mention, maybe 5, that have happened in the past 24 hours or less that confirm to me that I'm in the proper frequency. So just to begin, I don't know how many of you are interested, but this is the 50th year of hip hop. And there's so many people being honored for having such an impact in the culture, on the culture. And you may not agree with how these individuals have moved throughout their whole careers, but who does agree with everybody at all times with everything? So let's not judge. But what I can appreciate when I watch The Breakfast Club on YouTube, it was the interview with Love, aka Diddy, aka Sean Puffy Combs, and of course the conversation around publishing rights being given back to the artists that were with Bad Boy, getting that 2 years earlier than what the law actually requires publishing rights to artists to go back to in the music industry. I'm not here to debate that. But what I am here to mention is that I can appreciate him saying he's on a different frequency. And I know that my journey right now, past the 50 mark, is definitely about being on the correct frequency and making sure that I keep my mind on things that are God-centered, God-oriented, pure, motivating, things that will encourage and uplift. With that said, I received a comment from a subby who stated that they really could appreciate the intentionality with how I create my content. And as a 58-year-old woman, it helped her as she's navigating through this space. So again, as we've mentioned, you can expire at any time, but once you have the blessing of making it to the 50 mark, you know that you have experienced all of the mango seasons you're probably going to experience, and what you get now is borrowed time and a blessing. So you want to make sure that every single summer that you get, every single season that you get, you are taking advantage of your time, and time is priceless. So that's why I'm jumping back on. So that will be the second piece that stuck out to me today. The third piece is I received a text from a colleague, a sister friend, who gave me a scripture that I don't have the scripture in its entirety because it was cut off in the screenshot from where her pastor was preaching this morning. But it talked about going to war. And it was talking about making sure when you're going to war that you have operated in wisdom and that you have advisors that can give you counsel. Because in order to win a war, you have to have many advisors. Now, that's just to paraphrase. But the key was, before going to war, you have to be prepared to fight. You need to have wise counsel and advisors, many of them, so you can navigate the trajectory of that war, so you can win the war. So that was powerful. And then I would say the last piece for me was just the confirmation of being positive and connecting with people who can match your energy, and not align yourself or recognize when people try to align themselves to you, because they can hook onto your coattail. They can reap a certain benefit by being attached to you. And are those same individuals who are trying to grab onto your goods and services, will they show up for you when there's a war? That's what you want to know. At this point, you can't be on my team. You cannot be on my team if you don't know how to fight. And when I say fight, I'm talking strategic fighting. I'm talking strategic prayer, strategic manifesting, strategic alignment with vision and purpose, strategic support in the physical. You might need someone just to be there, to have a conversation, to hold your hand, to pat your back in the midst of that war. And those people show up, show out, and support. Now, of course, in a professional realm and environment, clearly we're not talking about physical fighting or physical altercations ever. But we're talking about people that can stand in the paint with you when you are going through the struggle. So people, my people, make sure that you have wise counsel. Make sure you have advisors that can help you navigate through your war or your storm, because that's how you obtain and reach victory. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye. One more thing, please, if you like what I'm putting down, click like, click share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. That does help my channel and the algorithm. And finally, I knew I had another point. The final point that I wanted to make is another friend, sister, colleague reached out to me and said something that was very profound. She was listening to a book, an audio book, that talked about how women of color need to stop making themselves small in corporate spaces, professionally, personally, etc. That we don't need to dim our candle at the expense of others. And I could not agree more. So this is your bonus. People, my people, sisters, please make sure, although we have gotten a bad rap about being, the strong Black woman, the neck popping, eye rolling and all of that, nothing bothers us. I really have to shun that notion. Yes, you can be strong, but you're still a woman. A woman can be vulnerable and be strong at the same time. But that doesn't mean that you don't have feelings and you don't have a level of intelligence that is unmatched against any other gender. So please make sure that your voice is welcoming, strong, prolific, and intelligent. And don't alter that for anyone else. It's time out. That's another commitment that I have to myself approaching 53. You're going to have to take it how I'm serving, because there's only going to be one cook in this kitchen. All right? You have a good one. That's just a little bonus. Take care. Like and subscribe.